stop giving other people the power to control your happiness, your mind, and your life. If you don't take control of yourself and your life, someone else is bound to try. Our mind is like a garden. If you care about it, if you nurture it and cultivate it like a garden, it will reward you with a wonderful outcome. If you not care about it, the automatic weeds will take roots and you will lose your peace of mind. If the people find an empty garden or an empty plot, they will dump the garbage there. If this has happened to you ever? If not, I'm sure you have seen this. In order to avoid certain waste and growing of weeds, you must ensure to stand guard at the gateway of your mind. The people consciously and the unconsciously allowing the toxic waste to enter in their fertile garden of their minds every single day. These toxic wastes could be your worries, your anxieties, the negativities, what you hear, what you watch, what you read, or what you talk about. Your neighbor auntie might have visited in a day and expelled all her garbage thinking into your wife's minds or somebody of your family members. You experience how the aroma of this stinking garbage had ruined your evening, and you wonder how this has happened. Who knows what and who will say something in your ear, how much it is going to damage you. You can't imagine about this. If somebody put the poison in your food, there is a cure for that. But if somebody put the poison in your ear, there is no cure for that. Since we are living in the negative society, we will always have the problem of the fresh garbage dumped into our minds every single day. Your friend, your colleague, your neighbor auntie, or an overheard conversation can drop a couple of fast loads of garbage into your mind. We switch on the television or the social media and the boom boom. Somebody else dumps the garbage in your minds and you are suffered with the stinking thinking. Remember this, what you will put inside, your output will remain, your output will be accordingly. If your input is the positive and the constructive, your output will be the positive and the beneficial to you. If you hear the negative things, if you listen and talk about the conspiracies, your outcome will be the negative. If your input is the garbage, your output will be the garbage. The garbage in and the garbage out. Let's understand the concept in this way. The God has kept the filters in your nose. Your kidney filters your blood 40 times in a day. More than 1 million tiny filters are there in your kidney. Your liver also works as a filter. It detoxifies your blood, which means removing the impurities from your blood. Your intestine extract the nutrients and the fluid and pass out the solid waste. This is how our body works. This is how the God has put the filter in our body. And the human beings, whatever have invented, they have did and they have taken the concept from the God creatures. You put the filters in your air conditions. You put the filters in your vacuum machine. You put the filters in your refrigerators. You put the filters in your car engine. And the water you drink, that is filtered. You take the vegetable, you wash it, you put it in the strainer just to stain out all the impurities from the vegetables. You guard your garden, you protect your garden. You put the security cameras in your house, in your societies, and in your compound. You put the CCTV cameras just to guard your property, to take care of your property. Do you remember when somebody goats came in your garden and spoiled all your crops? What the words coming out from the deep down of your dictionary? It's all about just to protect your garden. You filter and the guard everything in your life, and the nature also doing in the same way. Why don't you filter the things which you are putting inside of your brain? Why don't you put the filters which you are putting inside of your brain? Because your brain is the most important asset with you. Why don't you put the God in the entrance of your mind? Let's talk about the resources of your negativity, where you must require to put the guard, the barriers, or the filters. The number one is your network. The people to whom you are spending the time, the negative people. These people could be your family members. It could be your neighbor auntie. It could be your working colleagues. It could be your friends. Your network could be the negative. They will discourage you. They will doubt on your abilities. They will destroy your passion and kill your dreams. The number two is the technology. The technology is great. The social media is great. The television is amazing. But it is also a source of pollution for your minds. Henry David, the famous philosopher, 100 years ago, he said, the men and the women will become the tools of their tools. The men and the women will become the tools of their tools. And that is how happening today. We become the slave of this gadget. The social media is the number one enemy of destroying the people's potential and their dreams by killing their times. And the number three is our own thoughts. There are 60,000 thoughts that run in average mind every day. But the interesting thing is that the 95% of those thoughts will remain same what you have thought a day before. Consequently, the people who is thinking the same thoughts, and the most of them are the negative, they will become mentally sick. They don't focus on what they have. They become the slave of their past, their worries, and the jealousy. And some of the peoples, they become the trap of star plus conspiracies. And some of the people's one will remain fresh, which they got it by somebody a few years ago. Have you ever seen the inner tube of a bicycle tire? When it is fully inflated, it will take you to your destination. But if there are the leaks in it, the tube eventually deflates, and your journey comes to an abrupt end. This is how our mind also works. Your negative network, the negative people who are with you, the social media, and your negative thoughts causes your precious mental energy and the potential to leak, just like the air leaking from the inner tube of the tire. All of your creativity, the optimism, and your motivation have been drained, leaving you exhausted. We might not be able to control the negativity and the moods of all those around us, but we most certainly can control our attitude toward these people. We all have the power to determine, we will think about how we can think about it in any given situation or in any given moment. This ability is the part of what makes us human. All the success in our life, whether it is the material or the spiritual, starts with the 12-pound mass sitting between your shoulder. Or more specifically with the thoughts that you put in your mind every second of every minute of every single day. Your outer world will reflect the state of your inner world. By controlling the thoughts that you think and the way you respond to the events of your life, you begin to control your destiny. If you want to really transform your life, if you want to really successful your life, if you want to be really happy and successful in your family and the professional life, you must stand God at the gate of your garden, at the gate of your garden of the mind, and allow only those information which are the positive and the beneficial to you. I believe that you cannot afford the luxury of the negative thoughts. The most people in this world are not different from you, but they adopt the positive paradigm about their life. They stand guard at the entrance of their brain. Thank you.